Do you want faster editing workflow in anything? In Lightroom, Final Cut, Premiere, Photoshop, whatever it is you use, Luminar, any software in the world, if you would like faster editing workflow, watch this video. Over the past few months, I've been getting to grips with the Tourbox, and the reason it's taken me quite a while is the company very wonderfully said in the collaboration email, take your time to get to know the product before you do the review. I wish more companies would do that, so thank you very much, Tourbox. And it has really helped. There is a little bit of a learning curve with any new peripheral, but I think the benefits far outweigh any of the learning bumps along the road. So what is a Tourbox? Well, it's a super cool ergonomic box with buttons, knobs, dials, the lot, and it's all completely customizable. You can have presets built into the software. The software is great, by the way, super user-friendly. And if you use Photoshop a lot or Lightroom a lot, you can choose the preset, and each of these buttons will be assigned to regular shortcuts. It's also very bloody good if you do suffer from RSI like I do. I have my RSI proof keyboard and I had a sideways mouse for a while, and this is just a great addition to speeding up your workflow without hurting yourself. So in Final Cut, for instance, which I'm obviously on a hell of a lot between YouTube and my wedding film business, I do a certain number of tasks over and over again that don't tend to have very easy shortcuts within Final Cut. I import a clip and retime it. Usually because I shoot in 60 frames a second, I want it to be quite slow-mo, particularly for highlight films or B-roll on here. Anything you need to sort of steady out a shot. So I very often import retime, and then I will watch it and blade where I want the clip to start and end, and then delete the footage I don't want. As you can see, I've assigned the button on the side of the Tourbox to use the retime function, which I use all the time. Another thing that I use all the time in Final Cut is I'm switching between the workspace of default and color. So I can see the histogram and I can see what's going on, and I can make sure that everything's looking good. The shortcut to this is like playing Twister with your fingers. It's ridiculous. And I've never managed to get it to stick into my head. So with just the mouse, here is what I would do. And with the Tourbox, whoppa! Instant. And it's little things like this. Those two things might not be something that you use very often, but the joy of the Tourbox is it's completely customizable. If you're thinking right now, oh God, I do X, Y, and Z about 10 times a day, assign it to a button and you've done it. You do have the presets, as I say, which are very good, but I do like the idea that everybody's workflow is a little bit different and you can get what you need out of it just by fixing things in the software. I'll show you how to assign a new task to the software here. Super easy. You just literally choose the button that you want and press the keyboard command and you're done. And as you can see at the top, if you're switching between softwares, you just change the preset as you go. Dead simple. With Lightroom, I use the copy and paste feature a lot. I'll start with a preset, but then if I tweak it for one specific room, for instance, I know that I've got the white balance and everything almost where it needs to be, so I'll copy and paste a lot through my workflow. Again, I've used the side button for this, so I can just whiz through things pretty quickly. I also enjoy that you can use the dials to change the sliders in Lightroom or Luminar. Anything with sliders it will work with, because that tends to be the bit that gives me RSI in my right hand, in my mouse hand, because it's a very specific sort of movement and it's very intricate. It does tend to cramp up my wrist and bad things happen. So just hovering over with this hand and changing the dial here, brilliant. Speeds everything up and it's great. I've also used the up, down, left, right buttons to default to certain panels in Lightroom that I use a lot. So up is basic, down is transform, etc. And once you get that in your head, it just becomes second nature. So there we go. Tourbox, absolutely fantastic, innovative, love it. I am never letting go of it. It's fast, it's easy to use, and if I ever introduce new software into my work and life, I can create a fresh preset for everything that I use. Blooming brilliant. If you have any questions about Tourbox, let me know. Thank you so much for watching.